Hey guys, it's Adam. I hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome to Do You Watch Anime, a show where I sit down with a guest every week and ask them, do you watch anime? And we go from there. And today joining me is comic creator and voice actor in such anime as My Hero Vigilantes, Hunter Reynolds. How are you today?
I'm doing great, man. I'm happy to come on the show. I do watch anime quite a bit.
Oh man, you already answered the first question. Do you watch anime? Damn.
Spoiled the surprise.
Yeah, god damn it. So how did you originally, what was your first introduction to anime?
Oh yeah, this is one I'm always really happy to talk about. So I've actually been introduced to anime at a couple different periods in my life when I once fell off of it and got back into it. I want to say I started watching anime like every kid did my age. It started with Pokemon, and I was like, yeah, I love Pokemon. But then I got introduced to more traditional anime later on through Dragon Ball Z Kai on Nicktoons.
Okay.
And then everyone was telling me, Hunter, you should check out Toonami. So me being like, I must have been like 11 or 12 at the time. I stayed up super late just to see what it was all about. And man, the magic was there. I loved everything on there. I just remember watching through Sword Art Online. I think Bleach was on there at the time, Cowboy Bebop, and it got me really hooked, and I haven't stopped watching anime since.
Oh my god. So what was the switch from like, oh, this is just a cartoon on TV like Pokemon, blah blah blah, right? To oh, this is anime.
It's probably the second I saw Cowboy Bebop for the first time. There's just so much sauce and style in it, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe something like this exists. How did I not know about it sooner?
Mhm. Oh, so good. So good. Yeah. I didn't get into Cowboy Bebop until I was in I want to say college, because I again went through also phases of anime where it was like Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon, oh my god. And then in college where my roommate was like, so this is anime, and I was like, oh my god, it's so good. And then after college I was like, oh, I don't have a job, I should probably catch up on My Hero or whatever the hell. But yeah, Cowboy Bebop is so good. So good.
It's still one of my favorites to this day.
Mm-hmm, totally. So what are some of your favorite anime in general?
Yeah, I'm happy to go into that. So Dragon Ball's a classic. Ever since I started Dragon Ball, I've never hopped off the train. I'm pretty sure I've watched every episode. I've read the entire manga. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is up there. And again, I love the manga as well. And I'm just starting to catch up on Damon's, which is fantastic. I love everything.
So good.
Right? I love everything they're doing. And My Hero Academia is up there. This was in a time where I was just starting to enter high school. And this was an era where people would bully you for watching anime, but this was around the time that the anime started getting really popular, so It was starting to become the next big trend. And I just went to the anime club one day because I'm like, I'm very behind. I want to see what's current, because I'm still watching all the older stuff, And then they start episode 1 of My Hero Academia, and I'm instantly hooked. So My Hero's very up there for me. I just love the message of the series. Deku's probably my favorite shonen protag.
Absolutely. Let's go.
Absolute cinema. Anytime someone slanders Deku, I'm like, you didn't read that, bro. You didn't read it. You didn't watch it.
Yep.
And I think the same applies to Vigilantes. I'm still admittedly catching up with the rest of the manga, but I love Koichi, Pop Step. They're all fantastic characters.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always funny when people are like, oh, Deku's just whiny, blah, blah, blah. He's a crybaby. And I was like, how much did you watch?
Right.
And they're like, oh, season 1. And I was like,
to top it all off, though, I'd say another favorite of mine is Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Okay.
I've seen that series a number of times. Every time those movies are in theaters, I go to watch it. I couldn't make it when it was in theaters yesterday, but I'm telling you, End of Eva is one of the most unique theater experiences I've ever had, and it's a time, to say the least.
Yeah. Oh my god. The very first movie I ever went to see, anime movie, sorry, that I ever went to see was Dragon Ball Broly.
Nice.
And there was screaming and chanting, and I was like, you can do this in a movie theater? What is happening? And then Piccolo came on screen and I started screaming and the whole thing started screaming.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the greatest experience of my life. God damn. But yeah, oh my God. So what's a show that you could watch over and over and over again and not get sick of?
So this one is there's a lot of answers I have, but I'm gonna throw in one that's more niche. Cherry
Okay.
Magic.
Yeah, let's go.
I love that series so much.
Mhm.
It's great how there's not many romance shows where all the characters are like adults in their 30s working an office job. You know, I'm used to it being like
Yeah.
a high school setting all the time,
Hmm.
and a lot of those are good. But Cherry Magic is just truly unique to me, and I gotta say the performances in the dub are amazing. Like
Yeah.
Damon, Dio, and Connor. Oh my
Hmm.
god, I just love that show so much.
Hmm. I remember when my partner was like, okay, we're watching this BL. And I was like, okay, cool. And I was like, oh my God, it's about adults. But at first I saw the real title and I was like, what? Is this isekai? And she's like, nope, it's not. But yeah, Cherry Magic is so good.
I'm
So
generally a
good.
big BL nut, so that
Yep.
one's probably like my favorite.
Yep. No, that's valid. Yeah. Yeah, Cherry Magic and Sasaki and Miyano were probably my two favorites.
I haven't finished that one yet, actually. I got like maybe halfway through, and then
Oh,
I didn't finish it for some reason, which is crazy because I love that show from what I've
yeah.
seen.
It's so
It's
good.
amazing.
It's literally just sunshine and rainbows in anime form. Oh my God. It's one of those I put on when I'm sad. Like, it's like Lady Out of Camp, Sasaki and Miyano, probably something else. I don't know. It's so good. So, what's an anime when you recommend it to people? You have to go, I swear it's good.
Oh man, I'm thinking of one here, but I'm trying to say something I haven't said yet because there's the obvious answer, Evangelion. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on a whim and I'm going to say Naruto because
Okay.
everyone's always like, it's 700 episodes, and I'm like, yeah, but you know, if you cut the filler out, you know, it's 500, and they're like, that's still so much, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, that's fair, but it's, you know, like 500 episodes of peak. And that's crazy because I'm not a long anime watcher for the most part. I love shows that are like a good 12 to 24 episodes in a season,
Okay.
you know?
Yeah.
Like that, those are my favorites. But Naruto, man, that's another childhood anime of mine I got hooked on. I remember just watching it on Netflix when I was a kid. And yeah, I've never gone back.
Yeah. That's one that escaped me during childhood.
Oh.
Yeah, I had to watch it as an adult, and I was like, I see where people loved it. It's not my favorite, but I am like, okay, you know what? And like, I've been watching One Piece since it came out. So I'm like, 500 episodes, that's nothing.
That's one that's actually been a challenge for me.
No, that's valid.
My roommate and a couple of my friends are like, Connor, you gotta watch One Piece. And I'm like, but it's 1,000 episodes. I'll just read the manga, thanks. And I'm still
Yeah.
in like East Blue, I think. I'm maybe
Okay.
like 100-ish chapters in at this point. I got a long way to go.
Yeah, you got quite a long way to go.
But it's great.
It's so good. And yeah, it's so going back to My Hero for a second. You voice in My Hero Vigilantes.
Yeah, I've gone into voice Hiruto for a couple of episodes. It was really fun.
Yeah, what was your reaction to being cast?
Well, this is actually a fun one because when I went in for season 1, he was just like an unnamed bit, and I'm like, I was not caught up on the manga at all. I think I maybe got like 15, 20 chapters in, which is right before they're introduced for the first time. But I went in, did my bit, and went out, and I'm like, man, that was such a big honor. Because, you know, I love My Hero so much. It really reignited my passion for anime in high school, and just to play a really small part in that universe was a big honor. But then season 2 came around, and I was still not caught up on the manga, and so I go in thinking it's just another, you know, wall and bit session, which again, I'm very happy about. And then Aaron's like, oh yeah, this is Hiruto. By the way, I've known he's a character this whole time. And I'm like, what? No pressure. No pressure. And yeah, I got to do a scene there with a couple of my friends. Like, I love getting to do some work with Nassim. He's a great guy, and we both got like on the crunchy train at the same time, close anyway. So just getting to be on screen with a good buddy of mine was awesome. And again, just getting to play a part in that universe is one of the biggest honors ever. Like, it's still crazy to me. And after that, I did a couple more like little bit parts in the rest of season 2, and it was really fun because it's My Hero Academia, and it's voice acting, two of my favorite things.
Yeah, exactly. So what's your favorite part about Vigilantes as just a series?
So I love the characters. I love the relatability of Koichi. But if I'm talking about the anime here, I'm going to go into my hyperfixation in comic books. I love the comic book art style it has. Like, it looks a lot more like a traditional comic. And I forget the name of the artist they got. But for a couple of like pieces of the anime, they got a comic book artist from Marvel, I think. I don't remember who it is, but that was super cool to see. I remember being really excited about that when I saw it. And it's really cool that the artist for the series, Ben Court, is also doing art for Marvel Tokon, which is a game I'm very excited about.
Damn.
So, yeah, it's just really cool seeing the connections there.
So, moving into comics, where did your love of comics start?
Time for a bit of an essay.
Oh boy, I'm ready.
So I must have been like maybe 6. I just moved to Texas. I was born in Texas, but I left for Indiana, and I just came back at that time. And I was starting to get closer to my aunt, who's like lived here her whole life. And she took me to the library all the time, and she was showing me comics. And she also bought me some comics, one which was The Death of Superman. And I remember just...
As the first, okay, goddamn.
I was a little lost.
In the deep end, yeah.
But I just remember reading it, and I'm like, Superman, I like Superman.
Yeah.
And then from there, I started reading more comics. Brian Michael Bendis's and Mark Bagley's Ultimate Spider-Man run is one of my all-time favorites. I started reading that when I was a kid. I actually reread that book every year at this point, just because it's so good. Like, Bendis is one of my favorite writers. Bagley's one of my favorite artists. It's just a really good run. And I also love Miles Morales to death because he was introduced when I was a kid, and I was like, whoa, like an actual kid is Spider-Man. That's so relatable. And my aunt would just buy me the issues that were coming out, and I just got hooked from there.
Yeah.
So I've been reading comics pretty much the last almost 20 years of my life.
Damn. So what was kind of the push to get into creating comics?
So there's a couple aspects behind it. I've just been reading comics a lot, and I remember when DC started their Infinite Frontier initiative, there was a lot of books coming out that got me interested again. Like, Wally West is my favorite Flash of all time.
Yes.
And I like Barry a lot, but I didn't like how Wally was kind of pushed to the side for a good 12 years.
Yeah.
And he didn't even exist for some of those. So I wasn't reading too much Flash. I read a bit of the Rebirth stuff, but when he took the lead again, oh my God, I caught up and I was like, my dream has come true. He's back. And there was just a lot of good books coming out at that time. I was reading Batman. I was reading Superman. Wonder Woman was great at the time. And I was just really hooked to all of DC stuff. It really got me back into reading like current comics. And yeah, when Marvel started doing their Ultimate line, I was like, man, this is really ambitious. It's so fresh. Hold on, why haven't I tried drawing? Why haven't I tried writing comics yet? Because I remember when I was about, again, I was like a kid, I was like maybe 10, I tried drawing comics of my own. I remember drawing a Dragon Ball and Sonic crossover comic, and I drew a couple of copies, and I just gave them to my school's library. And
damn.
I was like a local celebrity at my school, not a big deal.
No big deal, yeah.
Because that was another thing that I can't believe I forgot to mention. Archie's Sonic the Hedgehog comics were a big part of my life growing up. I was reading all of those as they were coming out, and Sonic and Dragon Ball were like my two hyperfixations at the time, so I just decided to draw that. And then I didn't do anything again till 2024, which
Oh,
is when I
wow.
started working on Dear Parker, because I wanted to write a comic strip about the struggles of having anxiety and, being neurodivergent and, starting like a new life because Parker's just going off to college and they're just trying to figure life out. And I didn't want people to feel like they were alone in that regard. So I wanted to make a nice, funny, heartfelt comic strip to show that. And my artist, Caroline Kelly, on that, they're holy shit. I can gas up Caroline forever. They're one of my favorite people to work with. And the comic wouldn't exist without them, quite frankly, because it's both of our stories. Like, it's not just me doing all the writing alone. They've given me fantastic ideas. They're not just drawing out the scripts. We're basically telling the story together, and it's very special because of them. But I went on a bit of a tangent there. What got me into writing comics is just seeing all the good stuff coming out. I was loving mainline DC with DC All In and Absolute, and what really got me into it was I was already deep into working on Dear Parker, but I was wanting to take comic book writing classes. And one of the few results I saw was My Best Jacket, Scott Snyder's classes. And so I started taking those. And so I signed up and I got monthly one-on-one meetings with him. And it was just very inspirational just hearing him talk and give his suggestions. And that's what led me to decide to take the plunge to make my first ongoing full-length series, Chainbreaker. And I don't think I would have gotten there without his guidance or any of the other classes I've taken with all the guest speakers. I remember doing some classes with Mark Wade, Dennis Camp. They were guest speakers on there. And my God, they're just so full of knowledge. You can tell they've been at the craft for such a long time.
Hi, I'm Steve Yurko.
And I'm Tara Sands. Now available from Maji Media is our new podcast, 4Kids Flashback. 4Kids is the company who brought you the English dub of Pokemon in the late 90s and so many other shows like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Shaman King, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Kirby, the infamous One Piece dub, and so many more.
We'll be talking to the people who worked at 4Kids. Actors, directors, writers, editors, producers, engineers, you get the point. And hopefully get the answers to questions both you and I have about the company.
I actually worked there as a voice actor on some of the shows.
And I was a kid watching the shows and remember way more than Tara does.
And thank God for that. Steve is actually a professional storyboard artist, which gives some really unique insights into anime and animation. Subscribe today wherever you get your podcasts. That's the number 4 Kids Flashback.
Hey guys, welcome to the Patreon portion of today's episode. And if you want to join the Patreon, there are a few different tiers, like shoutouts on the episodes, as well as exclusive videos and behind-the-scenes content, and so much more, and even the episode a day early. Thank you to Gio, Keith, Blythe, Bunny, Mikey, Sheba, and Brooke. And if you want to join the Patreon or find out more, the link will be down below. And yeah, back to the episode.
Love that. So, what's been kind of the hardest lesson you've learned since starting writing comics?
Well, it's you need to not do your biggest ideas first, because Dear Parker, I don't think it's too ambitious, but it got off to a bit of a rocky start because we were supposed to start running it in fall of 2024. It got pushed back to summer last year, which is when we started running it, just because we were trying to work ahead a lot. We tried to have at least 8 comics done in advance in case any more delays pop up, and we were still just trying to figure out our groove. Caroline has never drawn comics before, and I was still new to writing comics generally. It's a hard, it's a really hard format to write for.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. So jumping back into voice acting for a second.
Oh yeah.
You've done a bunch of additional voices, Walla, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Has there been any shows that you've done Walla for, or additional voices that you've gone, ooh, I gotta check this out?
Cherry Magic. Yeah, I remember that Walla session being really fun. We were I was doing squats in the booth with my Walla mates, and Jason was like, security, they're doing squats. And then I got to the bits, and I believe I voiced a mailman of sorts, and Jason just having a lot of fun with it. He was having me do a whole voice crack, being like, "Stranger danger," and I'm like, I don't get to do that often. Thank you, Jason. Another fun one I've done is Twilight Out of Focus. I think I did 5 or 6 of the episodes.
Oh, wow.
I got to do a hockey team captain for 2 episodes, and that was new to me because I don't voice characters like that for the most part. So it was a different archetype, but it was really fun because I was also getting to work with Marcus Stimick on some of those sessions, and he's one of the best voiceover coaches out there. So to finally get to be in the booth with him was so fun. It was great.
Yeah. Oh my God. Has there ever been a show that you go in for, you're like, oh, I can't believe I'm on this, or I get to work on this? Yeah.
There's been a few. I don't think I've actually ever mentioned this. Like, I don't think this is out there, but I think, I went in to do Walla and additional voices for Bye Bye Earth, and that alone was really fun because I really love that show. And then Lee was like, all right, we're going to do the Gashiakuda English dub trailer now. And I'm like, but that was really fun because I love the manga a lot. And man, I'm telling you, Lee cooked with the dub. That's like one of the best dubs Crunchyroll has ever put out. Like, that cast is perfect.
Mm-hmm. Straight up.
So it was really fun to just hop in the booth for the trailer for it.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Sorry, you were saying?
But yeah, a couple other shows that I'm thinking of off the top of my head. Shangri-La Frontier was really fun. There were some fishmen, and that's not something I get to do often. My Hero Vigilantes was really fun, like, for obvious reasons. Like, I'm one of the biggest My Hero nuts out there, so. And I'm trying to remember the name. I'm trying to remember the name of the show. But Bushigiri was really fun.
Ooh, yeah.
That was my second ever Walla session, and I got my shit kicked in by Rico Fajardo, who was frankly a big inspiration of mine growing up. So that was really fun. That felt like a full circle moment.
Oh my God. So funny. So what's your favorite part about My Hero?
The message of hope, and how you can be a hero even if you don't think you can. Like, Deku's story resonates with me so much because when I started getting into voice acting, I must have been like maybe 16 at the time, because my theater teacher was like, "Hey Hunter, have you ever considered voice acting? I know you really like anime and video games." I'm like, "What? No, that's all probably like in LA, and I'd like to go out to LA someday, but it's expensive." And she was like, no, Funimation's like right down the corner. And I'm like, what? Because I'm like, that makes sense, because when I was watching Kai on like Nicktoons, it mentioned like Funimation and like Flower Mound, Texas. I'm like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. And she pointed me towards some resources, and I started taking classes with Sunny Strait, Barry Andel, who was a friend of hers. And I did not think I was any good because, I don't know, I was new to it. My self-confidence used to be really bad, but I went back to watching My Hero, and this time it was in the dub for the first time because the anime club I went to in high school did not like dubs.
Right, yeah.
And then just hearing All Might tell Deku that he too can be a hero, that made me realize that I should not give up before I even get started, that resonates with me so much.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the same for me. I had just gotten out of college, and all of my friends had gotten jobs and I didn't. And I was like, comics, anime, superheroes, anime. Let's go. All right, perfect. Put it on. I've always watched dub. So the first season was out, so I was like, perfect, awesome. And then the same thing. I watched All Might say you can also be a hero, and I was like, cool. Don't have depression anymore. and it's just, it's just so good.
It is crazy to see how much it just echoes throughout the series, because it's like Deku inspiring people later on. Like, and I know it's not in the manga, but I gotta guess up your next. It's my favorite My Hero Academia movie. It's just the way he was inspiring Julio. I don't know how to. I don't remember how to pronounce that. Funny, but it's just the way he inspired him was also great. And then seeing him show up in the anime and being like, Deku, you can do it. That was sick. Because it goes to show that Deku is not the one being inspired. He's inspiring others. I genuinely feel like without him, they would have never stopped All for One.
Oh, straight up. Yeah. Oh my God. And just like the whole like quirks, like I'm just like, this is genius.
It is. It's my favorite. So I love Marvel and DC so much. But I also feel like when people talk about superhero universes, they talk about how like Invincible or The Boys deserves to be up there on the pedestal for best one with them. I think My Hero Academia is like on par with what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I think a big part of that comes from Hirokishi's love for superheroes as well. Like a lot of the manga covers reference like other comics. Like, seeing one of the manga volumes reference the Ultimate Spider-Man Venom cover, so cool.
So sick.
But he takes what he loves about superheroes and he takes it to a new level, and it's super unique. It's like nothing you've ever seen before, because like 80% of the world having quirks, that would never show up in a Big Two comic.
Yeah, straight up. And I also just love how it's not all like fighting quirks. It's
right.
It's like, I have this floating quirk, like it doesn't do anything, but
I love the dude whose quirk is just having a Lego for a head.
Yeah.
Or the Chainsaw Man reference. Well, that is fighting, I suppose, but having a chainsaw head for a quirk must not be very fun.
No. Oh my God. And like, so if you were in the My Hero universe, what would you want your quirk to be?
So I'm going to be super unoriginal here for a second. They don't got a Spider-Man in that universe. Give me his powers.
No, that's valid.
I just think of, and this is like slightly going off topic, but just watching Into the Spider-Verse, man, that made me want to be Spider-Man so bad.
Yep. And like the way they animate the swinging is just, oh my God.
The swinging, when people say that's their favorite Spider-Man movie, it's frankly cheating, because I love like most of the Spider-Man movies, but Into the Spider-Verse is like art. It is like fine art to me, and it's like on a higher life form than most films, which is crazy because that's not me dissing on films. I love movies so much. I work at a movie theater, but like Into the Spider-Verse is just an all-time favorite for me.
Oh yeah, same here. Like I remember leaving the theater going, oh, that changed my brain chemistry. like I was like, oh, this is cinema, to put it frankly. Oh my
and it's
God.
just it's so unprecedented to see a character get a movie like 7 years after he's introduced. I'm just glad that so many people love Miles as much as I do.
Oh yeah, 100%. And like, yeah, it's just so good. And I'm glad that kind of style of animation has kept up, and it's not just to Into the Spider-Verse movies.
Oh yeah, I'm loving how it's getting popular.
Yeah, we went and saw the second Puss in Boots movie, and peak.
Absolute cinema.
Yep, absolutely. I was like, this is gonna be trash. Blah blah blah. We have a free ticket, whatever. And I was like, this is so good. This has no right to be this good.
I love getting pleasantly surprised by movies that I think are going to be bad. Like, for example, I was rewatching The Amazing Spider-Man 2 with my roommates recently because we were all doing a Spider-Man marathon. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is not a great movie, but it's so fun. It's one of the most fun Spider-Man movies, and that I feel like that's what movies are all about. And Puss in Boots is not a bad movie by any means, but I love how it's a great film while also being very fun. And I find myself I often find myself pleasantly surprised by movies that I think I'm not going to enjoy, and then boom, they're great. Yeah,
100%. So good. So, how did you get into acting in general?
Oh yeah, this is a fun one. So, we're going back to superheroes for a second. I remembered watching The Amazing Spider-Man when I think it came out when I was about 10 or whatnot, and this was when I was trying to figure out what I was wanting to do with my life. And I watched that movie, and I'm like, I want to be an actor. Andrew Garfield's great. And so I just did a lot of research on acting, and by the time I started middle school, I was taking theater classes. And because I love theater a lot, the only reason I don't do it right now is because I'm so busy as is with like college, work, and everything. But
Yeah.
I got my start in theater, and I had a lot of fun with it. I did a lot of shows in middle school and high school, and what's really great about it is it helps you build fundamentals more than any other medium of acting. And yeah, I was doing that for 7 years
Wow.
before I decided to take the plunge and try to make voice acting my main thing.
Hmm. So what was that? Was it the teacher saying like, "Oh, you should do this," or was it like over time that you were like, "Okay, I should try this"?
It was definitely an overtime thing. I like Barry and Sonny were very encouraging, but then the COVID pandemic happened right when I was starting to go like full force into taking voice acting classes. And so I just spent the next 2 years doing nothing. From 2020 to 2022, I was just working to pay bills and sleep. And in late 2022, I was seeing that iLight was doing classes for voiceover, and I'm like, oh yeah, I took an on-camera class with them once, because I did a year prior, just to dip my feet back in the game, but I started taking classes there, I met a lot of wonderful people that are still very close friends to me to this day, and iLight, I probably wouldn't be a voice actor, like, without iLight, because all the classes there are fantastic. You meet a lot of wonderful people. They have so many great instructors. Like, that's where I met fantastic teachers and directors such as Marcus Dimmick, Sean Gann, Jason Lord, Jonathan Rigg, Manny Aragon. And yeah, they're all very sweet and kind people, and they just want to do what's best for the anime medium.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So it was
sorry,
go ahead.
No, you go.
but yeah, it was definitely a slow burn, because at that point I was like, is it too late for me to get started? But no, it very clearly wasn't. So just taking all those classes again really gave me the drive to just go back in there and give it my all.
Oh my god. So what's been the hardest lesson you've learned since starting voice acting?
I've learned a lot over the years, but I would say the biggest one is patience. I've been taking I've had an interest in voice acting since like 2018, I want to say, and it just took a lot of growth for me to get where I needed to be. It's still somewhat of a problem I have today, but I just had I had a really bad speech impediment for a while, which was like holding me back, and I had to face that and work so hard to improve on it just so I could, have more bookable stuff, because ultimately at the end of the day, that's not a voice type that's in really much of anything. And yeah, and just being patient just helped me out a lot, because I was in no rush to break in. I just wanted to be the best I could be, and I think if I broke into professional voiceover sooner than I did, I probably would have crashed and burned, because I wouldn't have been ready yet. Because, like I said, at the end of the day, I just wanted to improve and learn, and I think that I broke in at the right time. And I still have ways to go. Still have ways to go, but that's the greatest part about voice acting. You can never stop learning.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. So what's been one of the, what's a moment that made you go, oh, this is what I want to be doing, whether it be comics or voice acting?
Yeah, I can go into both for sure.
Yeah.
I would say back when I was thinking about getting into comics, just because of all the stuff I've been reading, I took the plunge and read the entirety of Wally's time as the Flash, like every single issue. And midway through Wade's run, I was like, man, why didn't I think of doing this sooner? This is awesome. Because I love doing comics and voice acting equally, but I'd be lying if I said comics wasn't more of what I grew up with, because, like I said, I've been reading comics for almost 20 years at this point.
Yeah.
An anime, I would be pretty on and off with it till about high school. So just seeing all those stories and just reading more manga and indie comics, I'm like, man, I should be doing this. As for voice acting, I was already like working on it and whatnot, but then I played Persona 4 Golden for the first time, and that's when I realized that this is what I want to be doing for the rest of my life, because I want to inspire someone the same way that voice cast inspired me, because everyone in that game is perfect. Like, Yuri Lowenthal as Yosuke is like probably one of my favorite voice acting performances ever. And the revival cast also sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited to see how they inspire others as well. But Persona 4, I owe so much to. My love for, like, that made me realize I want to do voice acting for the rest of my life. It helped me realize that I'm queer. It's just done so much for me, and I'm so grateful for it.
Yeah. Oh my God. So with Dear Parker, what kind of inspired you to start it?
Yeah, this one's a fun one. So the thing about Parker is they're pretty much just me. And I remember saying this earlier, but I just wanted to tell a story where people who were suffering with like anxiety and whatnot, I wanted them to know that they're not alone. Like, and there's not a lot of comics out there like that.
Yeah.
Like I've read a few, but I've never seen a comic strip about like social anxiety scenarios and building a community. So I wanted to do that, but also at the end of the day, it was a really fun excuse to get to work with like some of my voiceover friends on stuff, because I was planning Dear Parker with a dub in mind. The thing we do with Dear Parker is we record all the scripts before art even starts.
Wow.
We did batches. We would do like 6 or 7 at a time, and we've recorded up to 26 so far, which is crazy because we only have 11 out.
Wow.
So
Damn.
there was just a lot of reasons behind it, but I wanted to tell a story that resonates with people like me, and I just wanted to work with people I like working with. So
Yeah. No, that's fair. Oh my God. So moving into manga, what are some of your favorite manga?
Well, this one's cheating because I've already been talking about it 24/7, but like Dragon Ball, My Hero Academia, but I also like a lot of, non-shonen stuff. My partner introduced me to a manga called Wodokoi, Love is Otaku.
Oh, so good.
Absolute cinema once again.
Yep.
But I love that one a lot. This one's a slow burn because I really, really want to enjoy it, but I love the Witch Hat manga a lot. And I need to watch more of the anime because I've only seen like 2 or 3 episodes of the anime, which is crazy because it's like one of the most beautiful shows like out there.
I was like, holy shit.
Go For It Nakamura is a favorite manga of mine. I love that one
good.
a lot. Still need to watch the anime on that one, but
Also so good.
Full Metal Alchemist, Demons of the Shadow Realm. I can't believe I didn't mention this one, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Okay.
So JoJo is another gateway anime for me in high school because I have a buddy, my friend Alex Harlow. He's the creative I work with films with. I work on films with for the most part, and I'm telling you, man, he loves JoJo so much, and he has never read or watched another. He's never read another manga or watched another anime in his life. But 2017, he was like, "Hey, you should watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure," and I'm like, "Okay." And so I got really hooked to it. I think I watched parts 1 through 4 in the span of 3 months.
Damn.
Then part 5 was coming out, and part 6 was coming out, and it's just a blast for me. And I love a lot of elements to it. I love the queer like elements to it. I love like Araki's love for fine art. Like, it's crazy how he has changed the fine art world.
Yeah.
Because with all of his exhibits and whatnot, it's just, you don't really see that with mangakas for the most part.
No. And like, I'm a huge fan of when manga and anime have different sorry,
You're okay.
have different forms of fashion, and JoJo's is up there with the top. Like, oh my god.
My ultimate goal is to just dress like a JoJo character all the time.
Oh my, and like how he comes up with like the different outfits and the different forms, and just I'm just like, how are you a person? Like,
It's
oh,
great. I'll never get tired of JoJo. Araki needs more time to rest. For like he's been working his butt off for so long, but I'm glad it's still going.
yeah. Oh my god, so good. So, you say you're into BL. What are some of your favorite BLs?
Well, Cherry Magic is definitely my all-time favorite. I like Twilight Out of Focus a lot. I like the anthology format. I like how it focuses on different characters, and I love how much it represents film. Like, I feel like in a way it's a love letter to film, and I think that's really cool. I love Nakamura a lot because Nakamura's just me-coded. He's a friggin' anxious mess who's a complete boy failure, and I love that about him.
Yeah. So good.
But yeah, pretty much a lot of the big ones. Banana Fish is, kind of a BL when you think about it.
Yeah.
I like Banana Fish a lot. I'm really excited for the dub.
Yeah, same here. Oh my god. And like I'm like, thank you for giving us an English dub and not an AI dub.
Death to AI slob.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god. So when you were first getting into making comics, who were your biggest inspirations?
Araki is up there. So the thing about Chainbreaker is this is in a shared universe with two other books, The Life and Times of Jack Material and Stargazer Heavy. The power system of that universe is partially inspired by JoJo, but we put like a psychic twist on it. And I don't think Chainbreaker would have existed without Araki's influence. Mark Waid's up there. I love his work on The Flash so much with Brian Augustyn, who I feel like doesn't get enough credit for his work on The Flash either. Dennis Camp is up there a lot. He's a lot newer to the industry, but every book I've read from him, it's like gold, man. Absolute Martian Manhunter, The Ultimates. Bleeding Hearts, that's a new one that I'm loving a lot. And Assorted Crisis Events, that one's probably my favorite out of the bunch because it's basically, what if Crisis on Infinite Earths just happened to regular people? And that's an interesting premise alone.
Wow.
Damn. And I admittedly didn't grow too familiar with his work till after I started taking classes with him, but I think Scott's considered one of the best for a reason. I love his work on Batman, like his New 52 run. I'm admittedly not a big fan of the New 52, but his books in that era were so good.
Yeah.
And I'm loving all of his work on Absolute as well. And I'm really excited to see what he does with the animated series.
Yeah. So if someone wants to get into comics today, what do you recommend?
So this is one conversation I've had with a couple of people, because I have a couple of people being like, hey, I really want to get into comics. And then they'll show me their samples, and there's not a lot of clarity of sequential storytelling. So I'm like, do you read comics often? And they're like, sometimes. And I'm like, read a shit ton of comics. Because I'm not an artist myself. Not at all. But just what I've noticed from reading comics for so long is how important sequential storytelling is, like, smoothly, and I've seen a lot of comics that don't have that either. And yeah, when someone was getting into comics, I'm like, read a bunch of comics, study them, and I'm like, don't just read what you think will be good, read the characters you like, because it just gets you hooked. And if you see new stuff you like too, I've seen that happen to a lot of comic creators. I didn't even bat at Miss Marvel till it was the Miss Marvel TV series coming out, and I'm like, she seems really interesting. I'm gonna read a run by G. Willow Wilson, and it's like one of the best comics I've ever read.
Yeah, so good.
It just reminds me a lot of how hard life could be sometimes, but how you just kind of have to how you can like kind of move past it, because I don't know, Kamala is just a character that resonates so much with me because she has her hardships, she has her anxieties, but at the end of the day, she's like one of Marvel's best heroes.
Straight up. And like, her show is probably my favorite Marvel show.
It's so underrated.
Yeah. That and hers and Hawkeye are probably my favorites.
I liked Hawkeye a lot. I think it did a pretty solid job adapting Fraction and Age's Run.
Yeah. And like, I just like the Christmas element of it.
Dude, I love holiday stuff.
Yeah.
And when the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special came out, that's genuinely one of my favorite MCU projects. It's so unapologetically silly, and it works so well. And I can see why DC poached James Gunn.
Yep. Oh,
he's one of the best to ever do it, man.
Yeah. Because like, oh my God, like literally, like, I think it was, I'm pretty sure it was Guardians that got me back into like really watching superhero movies. Because I was like, who the fuck is Guardians? Who the fuck is this?
Yeah. I did not know much about Guardians till I saw the movie.
Yeah. And then I watched the movie and I went, I love them all. Yep. Oh, so good.
I love the Guardians a lot. I think Guardians kind of influenced my love for music. I'm not going to lie to you. I listen to a lot of like 60s to 80s music, and I blame Guardians for that. And JoJo.
Yeah.
But it is just crazy to see how such a small and niche property became like one of the biggest superhero film franchises of all time. And it sucks that it's not really possible for that to happen now. Like, I wouldn't consider Supergirl to be a smaller character, but it was like such a bummer to see that movie flop, because I think she's one of DC's best characters.
Yeah. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I've heard good things, and I loved Superman.
Oh, Superman! I watched Superman, and I'm telling you, that movie changed my life. Because I just think that spreading hope and kindness is one of the best things you can do, especially in an industry as brutal as this one, because voice acting, you gotta have a good handle on your mental health for voice acting, that's for sure. But it's good to just be hopeful and kind to people who are struggling in the industry, because that happens a lot, and the last thing they need is to get beaten down.
Yeah,
but that movie inspired me so much. It's changed how I tell my stories through comics. It's made me think about a lot of my own personal choices in life and how I can do better. And movies don't do that often, especially superhero movies. So suffice to say, I'm really excited for Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah, straight up. And like, even the small parts of that movie where it's him and Lois doing that interview, where it's like just those dynamics, I'm like, this is so well written. Like, oh God,
they're the best like portrayals of those characters too, which is great. It's crazy because there's a lot of like amazing Clark and Loises, but David and Rachel just have so much chemistry, and I just watch them and I'm like, man, they are the characters.
Yeah, straight up. Like, oh my God.
I just think a lot of the castings in that movie are generally great. And I'm so glad to see Mr. Terrific finally blowing up as a character.
Let's go.
Because I think Mr. Terrific had like 6 fans before the movie came out, and I was one of them. I'm a big JSA guy. I like the Terrific series from back then. But I'm also a big Legion of Superheroes fan and a Plastic Man guy, so that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to see him getting more recognition. It's amazing that he's getting his own TV show, and I hope it does well.
Yeah, 100%. And like, even Peacemaker is one of my favorite TV shows to come out recently. And yeah, I haven't finished season 2, but I remember watching weekly season 1, and it was just, it's so good.
It took me a long time to get to season 1. I didn't watch season 1 till last year.
Damn.
It's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I can get why Gunn continued to use those characters, because it was either make the show after the DCU became a thing or just pay off everyone's contracts. So making the show made a lot of sense. And I'm glad he stuck around, because I think Chris and the rest of the I'm trying to remember the name of the group is like the something kids or the something gang. But
something like that, yeah.
all those characters are fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so good. Dude,
Vigilance.
Oh, sorry,
go ahead.
No, you go.
I was going to say, man, I just love all the characters. Harcourt, Vigilante, he's so funny, especially in season 2. But it's good to see smaller properties thriving, even when we're entering a market where it's a lot harder to do like adaptations about smaller characters. So I'm glad that Peacemaker season 2 did well.
Yeah, and I just love his character arc, because again, it doesn't say he's a nice guy, he's an asshole. Like, it paints him in like this light that is good. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, Vigilante was probably my favorite part of season 1.
I agree.
The back and forth between them, like doing the torture thing, where like, you take off his toes, he's screwed forever. Like,
it's crazy because a lot of people hate the funnier depiction of Vigilante, but I'm like, he's fun.
Yeah.
It's okay when adaptations change things. Things don't need to be 1-to-1.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I think I love the whole team, just everyone together. I'm just like, so good.
Yeah, I'm hoping we see them again in the future.
Oh my God. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Of course. Thanks for having me. This was a lot of fun.
Of course. Where can the lovely people find you?
Yeah, so my handle on most social medias is Hunter X Reynolds. You know, if there's a reference, if you know, you know. Yeah, that's my handle on Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, which I'm trying to use more. But yeah, those are my handles, and you can also find my website at hunterreynoldsactor.com. And for all my comic stuff, I do most of my work right now with Team Canaveral. So teamcanaveralstudios.com. That's where you'll find links to all of our socials and all of our comics. And it's a good time. I love working with them.
Yeah, perfect. All those links will be down below. You can follow me at Corky Cosplays on Instagram, Adam Corky everywhere else. Subscribe to the Patreon. There we go. Jeez.
You should.
You get episodes a day early, behind the scenes content, and exclusive videos. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.